In today's tutorial, we're learning how to make this a really clean product display for your products in PowerPoint. And we're using the AirPod Maxes in this case, and we also have that little name tag and the scroll bar at the bottom, so you can rotate through your products in a nice dynamic way. Now, if you want to save a lot of time and effort while making presentations, I also have a lot of templates available that you can download via the link in the description below, and they will save you a lot of time in the future. And we're starting from a blank slide. Now first I want to click on layout and make this blank so we don't have any text boxes on the slide. Next I'm going to drag in some images on the screen. And you see that those images, if I select them, they do have a background, so they're not transparent. And if that's the case, that doesn't matter. You can always use a background remover, for example, picture format and remove background, or any other one that you like. Or if everything has the same background, you can right click format background. That's what I'm going to do in this case, so more colors, and then use the color selection tool and select the background color from the images. And this way it sort of looks like it's transparent, or at least it blends in with the background. So as a first step, we want to make sure that all the images are nicely aligned. So we go to arrange, align, and we do distribute horizontally. This way they're evenly spaced, and we also want to make sure that they're the same height or about the same height. Next we're going to select them all and drag them to the side of the screen, maybe with two into place. So two of the images are into place. First, we're going to select one of the images and make it quite large, so we have the final result of the slide. So let's make it like this and leave some room at the bottom for the naming of the product. You can scroll backwards or use this toggle switch here and then drag the other ones into place. What I will do is I'll keep these three on the side, or they're off the screen. I'll keep them small, and then I'll go for like an intermediate size for the ones sort of setting up to be the main focus of the image. And if we have that, so we now have one big image in the middle, a little bit smaller, and then the three smaller ones on the side. Now for the proportions, or if I want to make sure that everything is nicely aligned, I'm going to add a little rectangle as a guide on the top. And here I can make sure it aligns with the text box or the image box, and just make a copy to the bottom. So everything nicely aligns, and I know that the box should fit right into this one. I'm going to hold Ctrl Shift to create a copy and do the same for the bottom part here and make sure that it is copied to the left as well. This way I'm putting some guides, so it's easy to have everything on the same height. You don't have to do it, but I think the presentation will look nicer if you do. So this is just a helpful format so that this picture, it fits in from top and bottom. Let's adjust this a little bit. So we know that we don't have to match the image size, but we can look at the top here. And maybe let's do the same for the bottom. So we increase it like this. So it nicely meets the top and the bottom. There we go. Now once we have this, I'm going to leave the color here. So I'm going to duplicate this one. I'm going to make it smaller until we meet that border. Do that for the other side and move it into position. Shift this one to the center and increase it. If you hold the Control key, you can scale it from the center. So that's quite convenient. And then we position it in about the same place. So that the top meets and the bottom also meets as well. Then we drag in the picture here and we increase it in size so that it nicely fits into that spot. Those two, I'm going to drag them closer. There we go. And repeat this. So duplicate. This one, I'm going to make it smaller until we see that connection line with the ones on the right, and drag it outside of the screen. Make this one smaller. There we go. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I kind of like to work with that grid system. It's kind of convenient, I think. And it gives you about the same size for each one. There we go. Put this one into place. Make it larger so it meets top and bottom. And center it in the middle. And this one here as well. And then you repeat that 2 more times. This one we drag to the side. Make it smaller. Side as well. Make this one smaller. There we go. And the purple one in the middle. Increase in size. You can always use the official grid systems, but for me this is a quick way to adjust it without putting too many margins on the slide, and I think for me, for now, it does the trick. There we go. And then the final time, Control D, just put them to the side, make some room for the other one, and then position Let's make sure that aligns. And then the top one, increase in size. There we go. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove all of the guidelines or the guide boxes that we have made. So I'm going to drag around them without selecting the images, of course, and then just press delete and repeat that for the other slides. So it's quite convenient, and you'll see that everything nicely aligns and looks, if we skip through it, looks nicely positioned. So that's what we want. Now we're going to select all of the slides, or at least 2 to 5, hold shift and select them all, transitions and morph. And if we now already play through this, let's put it on full screen, we can see that we have a nice opening visual, and as soon as we click, the second one will fly in, it will increase in size, while the other ones will increase and decrease and just rotate through the entire selection or your product portfolio. So it's quite nice. Now let's have a look at how we can add some small details and product names to this. For that, we go to the first slide, insert, and let's start with the text box. Let's give it a name, for example, Midnight. And for the font, I'm going to use Avenir Next and center it in the middle. Let's put it down just a little bit. And then I think here would be nice if we have that scrolling effect. So a little bit of a scroll bar. So we're going to add a rounded rectangle to the slide. You can make it quite large. Since we have 5 stops, I'm going to take an easy number to divide by 5. So let's say 25 centimeters on the length. And the height, we can make it a bit smaller. We don't have to divide that one. Let's round the corners and make this a little bit of a lighter gray. No outline. Create a copy. And now we're going to change this width to 5 centimeters. So we have 1/5 of that bar. Make it dark and put it on top of the other one. Now group those together, decrease it in size, and just put it at the bottom. Place it in the middle, and now we ungroup it again. We're going to select both, Ctrl C or Command C, and just paste them on the next slides. We're going to change the name, of course. So this one, we're going to call it Starlight. The other one is blue. Then let's go for purple. And eventually we'll take an orange one. We're also going to drag that bar a bit further, so the first stop is correct. Then let's move it 1/5 of the way to the side. This one here can be in the middle. Purple, we put it on the right side. And the orange, we drag it all the way to the end. And if we now preview this, we have a nice product overview, and as soon as we click, the product shift and also the little bar at the bottom and the names will change accordingly. So it's a really cool dynamic way to show your products in a different style in PowerPoint. And it's not that much work, but it really gives that cool impression for your slides. Thanks a lot for watching, and if you want to learn more about PowerPoint, make sure to drop a follow and watch the video on the screen right now.